I'm joined here now by author VK Tritschler. Now, the second book in your newest series, Revenge Seeker, was released on Tuesday. But first, could you just give some background into the series?
So this series, I wanted to have a bit of an adventure theme to it. The concept being is that the main character, Jess, finds out that she's able to move between universes and that we exist in a state of parallel universe. So it's a fantasy theme. It's lots of action and adventure. This is the second book in the series, so things get really interesting and a little bit convoluted from Jess's side as she finds out more about her background and her family and realizes that she's not who she thought she was. But I had so much fun writing this book, just the ability to be able to create different worlds and move between them. And I brought a little bit of Australia into it as well. So it's been fun.
And how was the reception from fans as well as reviews for the first book in the series?
They're really liking the pace and the energy in this book. I've really tried to make it suitable for multiple audiences. So it's, it hints at things, but it's never too graphic. And but it's a real adventure story, and I like the idea of that old school way of telling tales and bringing adventure into a book. So yeah, the feedback's been great. I've been getting some really good reviews, and of course everyone's like, well, when's the third book coming out? So it is coming. I am working on it, but it's not ready yet.
And you talk about the old style that you bring into this series, but where does that inspiration first come from?
I am I guess, fluid writer. So I get an idea and I run with it. This book came out of the idea of what if all religions were correct, but only a piece of it was correct. So I was contemplating, I guess, what happens after we die and what happens to our body, and are we eternal in that form? And that got me thinking on these kind of multi-universe spheres and off on a tangent. But for writing for me, I get a lots of really random ideas. I'm very good at a writing prompt because I have that imagination that just grabs something and runs with it. But I really love the idea in this one of that more traditional adventure tale. I really want this to be one of those things, almost like when you're sitting in a movie theater and you're watching that full-on action scene. I love those kind of drawn out adventures. So that's what this one is.
Now, you sort of touched on this a bit, but without giving too much away, what can readers expect in Revenge Seeker?
In this part of the tale, Jess is now starting to really be able to use her talents to be able to jump to universes by choice, whereas in the first book she was just kind of fumbling through and working her way into it. She's also discovered a little bit of her family background, and that becomes more prevalent in this book as she understands who she is and where she's from and what her lineage means. And she's she's decided she's going to track down her grandfather, who she believes got her father killed in the previous book. So it's a little bit of that revenge plot line around what she's intending on doing. But there is a twist in this. So I'll let you find out when you read the book what the twist is.
Now, you mentioned the third book in this series. So is this the last book you are planning for the series, or can readers expect more?
That is, fingers crossed, the final book in the series. I've got it all mapped out. I just have to sit down and actually put it on paper. So that's what I'm starting to work through now, is that process. I still have a few curveballs to throw at people, and I really hope that the readership enjoy the next part, because it's not going to end up where you think it does.
If anyone is looking to get Revenge Seeker or any of your other books, where is the best place to go?
So it's available on most platforms, Amazon and most of your local bookstores. You can order them in, or you can just jump onto my website and have a look there. Through my website, I've got all the links and all the information of all the books I've got.
Thank you so much for your time today, VK.